Yes, the boys.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Jon Muq, and it's a very big pleasure to be here sailing with you guys. And I'm going to share a few songs I've written in the whole process. I'm originally from Uganda.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I don't know how. That's where I've lived for the last 7 years, and I've been just creating and writing songs. Besides, when I start doing a set, I like to sing my favorite special song, because it was my first epic song I'd ever written when I was way back in Uganda. And it's a best friend of mine that came to me telling me about how a girl is breaking up with him. And I requested him, can I write a letter to save your relationship? And he was like, sure. So I wrote it, and I spiced it a bit. And when he called me the next day, he's like, hey John, it worked. And at that time I was figuring out writing songs, and I told him, can you bring back the letter? So he got me the letter, he gave me excuses, but finally brought it, and decided to write the exact words I'd written in the letter, minus the spicy words. This is a song called Horrors as well. A special one for you and me. It's in the nature and open to all, and the reasoning juice down my spine. And if a moon starts causing waves, it's your devotion that keeps me still. I've made a vow to no one but you. I pledge my love for all time to you. I love the way you touch me. I love the way you kiss me. And I love the way you love me. I want to stay on top of you forever. Our lives together till eternity, and our hearts are always as one. I want to stay on top of you forever. Our lives together till eternity, and our souls are always as one. I wrote your name deep in the sun, by the waves washed it away. I carved your name into my heart, so forever it will stay. I love the way you touch me. I love the way you kiss me. And I love the way you love me. I want to stay on top of you forever. Our lives together till eternity, and our hearts are always as one. I want to stay on top of you forever. Our lives together till eternity, and our souls are always as one. I want to stay up in you forever. Our lives together till eternity, and our hearts are always as one. And our souls are all race as one. Actually released my first ever English album. This song is not there because my friend is not yet married. And I've been waiting for almost 7 years. I called him and told him the second album is coming. And I'm doing that song there. But you know, moving from Uganda was to me was like a miracle, because it happened so quick. When you look at people there, most people don't have something to inspire them, like something to drive them to do something. And me, it took me years to discover I could sing, which I learned singing English before speaking English. So, which was weird to my friends. Most of my friends, when I told them I have this passion for English music, they were like, "Are you crazy? Out of all languages?" But that feeling when people don't understand what you feel inside is challenging. It makes you sad, it inspires you at the same time. And it's not until I moved to Austin and I remembered that moment when people don't believe in you, and came up with a song called Silver and Gold. Actually, the song is Flying Away from Home. I always dreamed I'd go away. Somewhere maybe I could fly. So I left my home when I was 23 years old and sailed away into the night. Daddy told me not to go. I regret that we were fighting. Now I think he finally knows. Sometimes you have to search before you find it. The light can seem so very far away, but everything you left so far behind it is in your heart to stay, to help you find your way. I was born to live for more. I don't know the reason why. When opportunity came knocking at my door, I looked it right into the eyes. When I wandered down the road, they didn't know what I was thinking, but I just knew I had to go. Sometimes you have to search before you find it. The light can seem so very far away, but everything you left so far behind it is in your heart to stay, to help you find your way. Every day I'm growing stronger. Every day something new. I can't wait until tomorrow. Sometimes you have to search before you find it. The light can seem so very far away, but everything you left so far behind it is in your heart to stay. Sometimes you have to search before you find it. The light can seem so very far away, but everything you left so far behind it is in your heart to stay, to help you find your way. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, Thank you so much. You know, it's funny, 3 weeks ago, it's like a month, after 6 years, I'd never gone back to Uganda. So I was just scared to return, and everyone is like, they asked me, what the hell do you do where you are? So I had these merchandise t-shirts. I told them, first wear these. I do music, that's why you're wearing these t-shirts. So we had to play them some videos and some songs. It was crazy. I'm like, guys, I've been away for 7 years and you don't know what I do? But anyway, they were excited and it was happy to see a family again because I was now a grown man. I left when I was 22. And there was this song called Silver and Gold I wrote while living in Austin. Music changed my life because when I discovered that passion, everything started making sense about who I was. I just picked up a guitar and started teaching myself, and it brought me far. I'm now sailing on a boat. So I wrote this song called Silver and Gold to thank music for the opportunity of changing my life. My innocence had long been gone. You taught me things that I already knew, but I pushed them away till the day I found you. For far too long I'd been all alone gone. You took me from that window cold. Well, I know it's you more than silver and gold. It's the truth. You let my heart unbend. I was the lonely one, and I needed a friend. Well, I know you put a skip to my step. You are the only one when I needed someone, like you needed someone. I took some wrong turns on the road of life. You found me wounded and I'm stronger than I've ever been. You put me back together again. We're making our own private paradise, just knowing you'll be right there when I'm old. That you never go means more to me than silver and gold. It's the truth. You let my heart unbend. I was the lonely one, and I needed a friend. Well, I know you put a skip to my step. You are the only one when I needed someone, like you needed someone. I couldn't see the horizons, I never saw the sunrise. My life was missing the reasons until I looked into your eyes. It's the truth. You let my heart unbend. I was the lonely one, and I needed a friend. Well, I know you put a skip to my step. You are the only one when I need you needed someone. Well, I know you put a skip to my step. You are the only one when I needed someone, like you needed someone. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, this means a lot to see people seated listening. Because when I first had the idea of singing English, I don't know, I used to close my eyes and speak to myself as if I was watching people, because no one wanted to listen to me. And I remember my twin sister one day found me talking to myself, and she told her friends I was possessed. One day I was going somewhere, I phoned her friend and she was like, "Hi, do you need a drink?" I'm like, "Sure." But she was nice to ask me about being possessed. And she's like, "They told me you talk to yourself." I'm like, "No, that's the crowd I'm seeing in my brain." But again, you know, she thought I was crazy. So this really means a lot. And when I landed Austin, I don't know, I didn't know even about the city or the state. I just ended up there as a volunteer, but this couple took me in. And one of their friends was always curious about teaching me what I don't know how to do. And one day I was like, "I can't swim." And she was excited, "I'll teach you." And she takes me at a cold spring, Balton Springs. And when we reached there, she was like, "Jump." And I was like, "I don't think that's how they learn how to swim." Just even stepping in the water and it was cold, that was my last lesson of swimming. And I didn't see her for a long time, not until after the pandemic. She called me to move, she wanted help to move. And we moved boxes all day, but she was crying. And I was nervous to ask what's going on because this was a happy person. And when I went back home, I just felt bad that I didn't ask. I didn't feel like a good friend. So I came up with this song called That Door. You guys enjoy it? I see the way you're feeling now. Maybe I could come around, just because I'm thinking of you, looking like you're not afraid. It isn't even what you say, it's what you do when you're blue. I've been there before. I've walked through that same dark door. Ooh, it's cold when you're alone outside, until you get a place to hide. Then you know you found a home. Till then, never give up, you fight. Try to keep your burdens light, 'cause you never know when it's time to go. I've been there before. I've walked through that same dark door. Ooh, and I've been through that pain. I've walked through that pouring rain. Ooh, I know that you know how it feels. I'll help you find you peace of mind. Thank you so much. You know, when I moved to Austin for the first time, the America I knew was the one on TV. And when I landed, everything was surprising. You know, everything was like fast pace. I didn't know how to keep time. I didn't have any sense of structure. But I remember this meeting was going on and they called me, John, we're waiting for you. And I was like, it's raining. The guy was pissed. He was really pissed. He was like, what? I'm like, no, sir, it's raining. I'm waiting for the rain to stop. It's like, well, listen, we don't stop. I started dressing up and I didn't have a car at that moment. I was just figuring out to get to this meeting. Because in Uganda, when it rains, the whole country pauses. You know, if your teacher is not yet in class, they are waiting for the rain. So, but when I landed, everything started making sense and coping up with the whole pace and everything. And many of you may ask, how in the world did you end up in Austin? So when I realized that my friends can't listen to me sing English, I decided to sing for the homeless children in Uganda. And I did that for 6 months, not until my friend was like, we need to take a video of this. And then, when I took a video, we posted it on Facebook, and guess what? Agents of Norwegian Cruise Line sent me a message. You want to sing on a big boat? You know, that was the most scummy message I'd ever received. Because it had a big boat and a message, so I printed the document and I decided to ask my friend secretly, do you think this is real? My friends were like, no, how's the building floating on water? That's Photoshop. So I didn't respond because it didn't make sense. And a few weeks passed and they reached out to me, sir, it's a big opportunity. So I told them, can you send me a video of this boat moving? And he sent a link of a YouTube and it was real. The thing was sailing and I was like, so we have a deal. And they processed everything. So I think it was Norwegian sun. These fleets are different. And I was there for 6 months, 7 years and a half ago. So that's how I got out of Uganda quick. Because my interview was like, can you sing for us? Which I did. And from the ship then ended up in Austin, Texas. So, but anyway, during all that time, when you get an opportunity, you don't think at that time. And to me, I just saw the opportunity. I didn't see the outcomes or anything. Because I was young, I was curious to be on this big building floating. It's not until a while when I realized that in life we run away from things that are good or bad. And me, I ran away from all friends, family, everything. But I just didn't realize at that time I was running from it. And I know everyone runs from anything good or bad, but it takes courage. So I came up with this song called Runaway. Hope you guys enjoy. I feel like a runaway. Got a home, but I just can't find it. Never moved the horizon way. I'm not alone, cause the stars, they guide me to my past. Gotta let it go. Don't look back, I gotta keep on going. I feel like a runaway. So I say, hey, don't care what the weatherman's saying, hey, I'm not afraid.
I feel like a child now. Every day I keep on growing. Every road that I travel down, there's always somebody worth knowing. It's in my blood, I was born to roam. Where I go, there is no returning. I feel like a runaway. So I say, hey, don't care what the weatherman's saying, hey, I'm not afraid of the storms that's raging. It's not mine, gotta let it go. A better mind, I gotta keep on walking, hey. I feel like a runaway. So I say, hey, don't care what the weatherman's saying, hey, I'm not afraid of the storms that's raging. It's not mine, gotta let it go. A better mind, I gotta keep on walking, yeah. So I say, hey, don't care what the weatherman's saying, hey, I'm not afraid of the storms that's raging. It's not mine, gotta let it go. A better mind, I gotta keep on walking, hey. I feel like a runaway. I feel like a runaway.
Thank you so much. You know, I don't know who created the word love. You know, it's 4 letters, but it drives us to do stuff. When I went to that menu, after 7 years, I was like, wow, I have many options of food here. Because I love food. And everyone does whatever they want from love. Loving family, loving their job and all that. And I was thinking, how can I write this simple song that is about love, but in a simple way? So I wrote this song called Love, 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 Love. And I'll call you guys upon to just jam with me somewhere in the song. And I hope you guys enjoy.
There's really no way you can get too much of it. Love, 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 beautiful, glorious love. Love, 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 there's really no way you can get too much of it. Love, 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 beautiful, glorious love. If you're a lonely one, you're not the only one living a lonely life. this big round wall. If you look closer, there's people all over there looking around just like you. For love, 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 there's really no way you can get too much of it. Love, 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 beautiful, glorious love. If you're a lucky one, you're gonna find someone who needs a friend as much as you. You'll come together and life will be better. All of your dreams will come true. With love, 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 there's really no way you can get too much of it. Love, 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 beautiful, glorious love. Love, 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 there's really no way you can get too much of it. Love, 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 beautiful, glorious love. Everyone sing with me. Love, 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 there's really no way you can get too much of it. Love, 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 beautiful, glorious love. That sounds good. Come on, guys. Love, 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 there's really no way you can get too much of it. Love, 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 beautiful, glorious love. One time. Love, 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 there's really no way you can get too much of it. Love, 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 beautiful, glorious love. Thank you, guys. When you see me doing this, I'm not drunk. I think the boat is going this side. I thought I lost the step. You know, landing into Austin, Texas was a mistake. I landed there by mistake. I love it. Now I finished my contract and it's dropped in Bahamas. And you know, I was in that confusion. Do you want to go home or continue with your journey? I think my journey made sense. And I spent that time at this hotel and it was like 5 days. So there was this guy that came and made the bed and I thought it's hospitality. No, they were charging me for him doing that. When I went down, I was like, hey, why is the bill so high? It's like, well, someone comes every morning and makes your bed. I was like, well, you all didn't ask me because I can do that. So I was, I was just in an argument. I'm like, well, you need to reduce that price. I went back to the hotel frustrated and I was like, I need to look for opportunities to get out of this place. And I looked for gigs happening in USA. And this fundraiser came up for the refugee home called Casa Marinella. And I called, I was like, hi, can I come and sing for free? And the lady was like, free? Fuck yes. And I hung up. In my life, I'd never had someone say fuck yes to yes. So I made other calls that didn't go well. And finally, I was like, let me call the fuck yes lady. And when I called, she was sweet this time. She was like, yeah, you. So yeah, we don't have anyone singing, so you can come. Where are you, Bahamas? Well, if you get here in time, you can do the gig. So I had to, pack my bags real quick. And
ended up in Austin, Texas. And I went and did that gig. And after the gig, everyone left me there. Like everyone went home. And, I thought someone would care. So it's like midnight, I'm seated there at this place, and one drunk guy wakes up. And he's like, "Are you the African? What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Well, they left me here." So he put me in a truck and drove me to the middle of nowhere. I was just happy someone saved me. So I spent 4 days, we didn't talk. I don't know what was going with him. He always brought me an avocado and Coke Zero. I was happy about that. And the neighbor was afraid of me somehow, because I'd never seen someone sprinkling. So every time she was sprinkling her flowers, I just came and stood there. When I remember, she was frustrated. And after 4 days, this guy calls the refugee home. "Hey, I still have the African." And they were like, "Well, his bags are still here. How is he using anything?" I mean, he was like, "He just chills." He took me back, and that's where I met my roommates. And they were so sweet, you know, they told me, "Hey, our house is big, you can come and choose a room." I didn't say yes. I just took their business card. And all night I was Googling how to live with white people. Google was just say hi and chill. So you know, they took me into their house, and it was just amazing when I said yes to them, and that's how I settled into Austin, Texas. Kind of officially. But for once that felt good, and I remember the lady and the husband took me in this refugee home and to see their grandmother, and I was so touched. I was like, why are they keeping all old people here? In Uganda, people stay with you till the last minute. And I wrote a song. They left me with their grandmother inside the room, and I had to get a pen and pencil and write. I wanted to read her mind, what she's gone through, and I came up with this song called Writing. Hope you guys enjoy. I've seen the world standing still. I've seen the leaders come and go. They're living good on the mess. I've buried friends and family. I've heard that Jesus will come again, but I just keep riding all alone. Oh no, riding down the road, through the hurricanes, riding all alone, through the hate and fear, riding down the road. I've seen religions come and go. I've seen the innocents killed by law. Seen them sweet lovers break my heart. I've seen the races fight themselves. I've seen what I chose and what I need, but I just keep riding all alone. Oh no, riding down the road, through the hurricanes, riding all alone, through the
hate and fear riding down the road. But I just keep riding all alone. Oh no, riding down the road. Through the hurricanes, riding all alone. Through the hate and fear, riding down the road. But I just keep riding all alone. Oh no, I'm not alone.
Unfortunately, she passed away many years ago. But I keep that song so special to me because to me it told me something about the new world, how people do stuff. And I remember after she died, I'd never heard of Alexa for some reason. And when they cremated her, this guy comes with a box in the house, a big house. I was like, dude, is that your grandmother in the box? He's like, yeah, you know, that's what we do. And I'm like, what room are you putting that? He's like, this next room. And they put the ashes there. And in my brain, I'm like, I know we are staying with someone dead. And they went to Fairfield to pack up her stuff. And I was talking to my friend Alex in Uganda, speaking Uganda. And when I was screaming, hey Alex, and I think Alexa spoke. And immediately my brain switched. I called him, sir, I think your grandmother just spoke to me. And you know, he was this guy who likes to smoke his weed and chill. He's like, John, what the hell? We don't have ghosts. I'm like, no, she spoke to me. I'm leaving this house and you need to call someone to come and take care of the dogs. I was freaked out because the woman that spoke never spoke again. It like spoke and kept quiet. So they had to reroute their trip back home. But I could tell they were not happy because I kept on convincing them, your grandmother spoke. And after a few weeks, he was baking cinnamon rolls. It's like, Alexa, set time of 5 minutes. And that's when the lady speaks again. And I first kept quiet. I was like, should I tell him? And I was like, sir, I think that's the woman that's I like that couple a lot because they tolerated with me a lot. Very, very sweet people. But anyways, the pandemic found me there. And everyone was freaked out. You know, they kept me in the house because, you know, it was an older couple. They were like, hey, you need to stay in. You don't need to kill us. And it frustrated me. Because every time I was stepping out, I was like, I don't want to kill these people. And I came up with this song called A Big Smile. I wanted to write how it feels when the whole pandemic is done. I hope you guys enjoy. You are running from all that haunts you. The road you're trudging seems all uphill. Some days will be empty without a smile. Life is not a race, but a journey to be survived. Let your wound just make you strong.
maybe near when it seems so far. Stick to the fight when your heart is deep. Don't be afraid to encounter all the risks. When the sun rises up, when the sun rises up, when the sun rises up, you will stand with a big smile. When the sun rises up, when the sun rises up, when the sun rises up, you will stand with a big smile. Sometimes when people just don't care, and for some it's hard to say, accept yourself as you are designed. You're a masterpiece of your own kind. When the sun rises up, when the sun rises up, you will start with a big smile. When the sun rises up, when the sun rises up, when the sun rises up, you will start with a big smile. When the sun rises up, when the sun rises up, when the sun rises up, you will stand with a big smile.
Thank you so much. That pandemic, was really, really scary. Everyone thought it's taking 2 months, but 2 months stand for a year, 2 years. All crazy stuff. But anyways, I wrote a song called Fall Asleep. Because, has anyone ever had wild thoughts? I had wild thoughts. I ended up in Canada, and it was a festival, and they gave us this hotel, and I was at the window, and there is another building. And I woke up, the day was really good. I woke up like at 6:30. When I opened the window, there was a naked woman across the building. She was posing with a cigarette, smoking. She didn't care about whoever saw her. And the wild thoughts kicked in. And the wild thought was like, open the curtain wide. And the other thought was like, no, just close it. I chose the wild thought. Because it blew my mind. I called my manager, I'm like, guess what? There's a big woman right opposite my building. And the day I went to the gig thinking about that. I was like, what the hell was going on in that person's brain? And then I go to this gig and say, hi, my name is Jon, and I'm gonna sing a few songs. And there was this person up in front, like in front of a bass speaker. She was excited, but when I started singing, she fell asleep. Like right in front of a big speaker.
And I kept on singing like, is Sheila alive? Because it was too loud for someone to fall asleep in front of that speaker. And then when I ended my last song, she was up and clapping. And then my brain was like, did she hear any song? And that's why I came up with the song Fall Asleep. I mean, it doesn't have the wild thoughts. It's just two instances that happened, and I was like, wow. I feel so strange. My river veins, they feeling rushed to my chest, and I forget to breathe. That way you smile, right from your eyes. Just a glimpse is all I need. Hello baby, I want full asleep by your side every night, but wake every morning knowing that you are the first thing in my mind. Can you hear my voice through all these louder things? Can you hear my voice when this choir sings? The way you touch, heart skips a beat. I feel your warm fingers on my neck, you turns me on. Oh, when you smile, right from your eyes. Just a glimpse is all I need. Hello baby, I want full asleep by your side every night, awake every morning knowing that you are the first thing in my mind. Can you hear my voice through all these louder things? Can you hear my voice when this choir sings? Can you hear my voice through all these louder things? Can you hear my voice when this choir sings? The way you smile, right from your eyes, it seems my eyes belong to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm trying to rush through these songs before time runs out. But this has been amazing, guys. Thank you so much. The first time I joined the board, I didn't even know I joined the board. When I came from the airport, it was like this big ass guy, security guy, and they told me follow that guy where you go. And when I was entering the board or the cruise as a crew, I was just following that guy. Went through a tunnel. I didn't even know I joined the board. I went to pee and the water was shaking. And my brain was like, is this real? But then when I looked through the window, it was sailing, like long gone. There was ocean, and it was a fun time working on the board. I remember I was freaked out about food, because in Uganda you didn't have that opportunity to serve yourself. And I was a principal musician, which I was allowed to eat with the passengers. But I ended up in the crew section, seated and looking at everyone serving themselves. And I thought someone has to serve me.
And I think in their brain they were like, what the hell is wrong with this thing? His badge is allowed to go and chill with the passengers, eat some fancy stuff. To me, it was the opportunity of food. You know, it was too much than I'd ever expected. You know, and I remember the first time I got network, I texted my sister, these people don't know how to eat chicken. They bite one side and throw away everything.
Yeah.
That was wasteful in my brain. But you know, when I ended up eating a big portion, small portion, the more the brain was getting comfortable. At first I was like, oh, I need to eat. So it may be the last opportunity. But it was amazing. I can't believe I'm on the road right now. Thank you. Anyway, the next song I'm singing is about self-reflection. Dealing with culture is something different when you're in a new place. At first it was challenging to me because there are many things I was used to doing, and then sometimes you pissed off someone, not knowing. I remember hanging out with an American dude, and in Uganda you hold your friend who is a guy, hold hands and have a good day. So we went, this guy taught me disc golf, and I came to him, I was like, hi man. He looked at me with a weird face. And then I was like, was he happy? Next day I held his hand. And that's when he gets pissed off. He left me there at the park. He was like, hey man, I'm straight. I was like, what do you mean? So I just didn't know that in a different culture, you can't just go fellow guy and say, what's up, what's going on? And I went home and I was always like self-reflecting, but it was a struggle. You have culture, you have learning, and you have yourself thinking that you're doing wrong. And I end up the next day in the DMV, and this lady told me I was blind because I didn't have glasses. She's like, we can't give you a driver's license. You couldn't read any damn thing. And I went home frustrated. It's like, am I blind? Should I go to the doctor? So I went to the mirror and had a conversation with myself. The whole conversation is this song, Banter. I hope you guys enjoy it.
I fear my love will lead me back again. I fear my world will see the shape of me. There's nothing wrong with you. It's a game for two. What you wanna do? I feel my life is calling me to live. I'll take this chance. I know it has to give. All the sunny days with the cloudy days, that's the only way. It's the only way I'm ever gonna find you. It's the only thing that matters in the end. So come on and let me love you. And come on, you're strong enough to bend. I know your arms can lift me up again. I ran away, but now I'm back, my friend. I give up on you. You give up on me, and now I see it's the only way I'm ever gonna find you. It's the only thing that matters in the end. So come on and let me love you. And come on, you're strong enough to bend. And now my love has laid me back to you.
I'm having my last two songs for the night. You know, this is a secret, but when I first joined the board, I was freaked out singing English. And I went to this captain by then. I don't know if he was the captain, he was this, high rank guy. I was like, hi, he was from Italy, I think. I was like, hi, I have an issue. I don't feel comfortable singing English for English speakers. He told me, don't worry, they won't jump off the board. That was the best advice for starting my job. I was like, thank you, sir. So I just went and started singing, learning and singing and messing up. He won't be fired, I think it's long gone. And 2021, I got another weird message from my lead singer called Dan Auerbach from the band Black Keys.
Yeah.
He reached out to me, he's like, hi, are you in Africa? I didn't respond. I went and played soccer and asked my friend I play with, do you know this dude? He was like, Dan Auerbach, that's a message you have to respond right now. And, I responded to the message, and Dan had seen a video I'd recorded 3 years ago at that couple's house, and I used to live with. And we spent a whole year going to Nashville, sitting with him. He's like, I'm going to produce your whole album and sign you to my label. And he produced this beautiful album. It's just happy songs. It's called Flying Away. It came out last year in May. So when you get a chance off the board, just look very good with a guy posed like. Some friend of mine told me, dude, you pose like a beam. And I didn't know what it meant. I was just excited. So I was looking like sideways, and that's the album. If you see a dude, that one. But anyways, it's a beautiful album. You can check it out when you get a chance. I'm gonna sing a song called Hello Sunshine. I'll sing with you guys. And it's a song about a beautiful day. I woke up one day living at this couple's house, too much food, and it was just beautiful. You know that day when the milk and coffee ratio is perfect? That day, I was like, I need to write something. And it's called Hello Sunshine. Hope you guys enjoy it.
found something new, baby, when I found you. Funny what love will do when you let it show. Yesterday's still house closed, tomorrow's still who knows. Today it's not too late to let it show. Hello, hello, sunshine, goodbye, rainy days. Love is the answer. We don't need to be afraid. Run, the story goes where it's loose, nobody knows. All I know is you gotta pay. You know you are a shooting star. Love is good and show you the way. Hello, hello, sunshine, goodbye, rainy days. Remember who you are and how you've come so far to be here where we are in this life. Hello, hello, sunshine, goodbye, rainy days. Love is the answer. We don't need to be afraid. Run, the story goes where it's loose, nobody knows. All I know is you gotta play. You know who you are a shooting star. Love is good and show you the way. Hello, hello, sunshine, goodbye, rainy days. Goodbye, rainy days. This is what you're gonna sing with me. Hello, hello, sunshine, goodbye, rainy days. Come on, guys. Hello, hello, sunshine, goodbye, rainy days. Two more. Hello, hello, sunshine, goodbye, rainy days. Once more. Hello, hello, sunshine, goodbye, rainy days. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'll see you around the boat.
Yeah. Thank you so much, folks.